Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm just here to bring you this journal here. So I've only done one of these kind of previously, calling it a kind of like a mindfulness journal kind of, or like a positivity bullet kind of journal. So it's kind of done with like happiness in mind, so lots of inspirational words and things, and you know, like for journaling, for things that make you feel happy, things that make you feel good. So here it's a ring-bound journal. Sorry, I lost my words there. Ring-bound journal, and the front and back covers, they're hard kind of board, and they've just been covered in a book page and then layered up with various elements. So the front cover's been layered up with different scrapbook papers. It's got a frame here, it's got a little crown, it's got some ribbons, and it's all been distress inked, so it looks all quite vintage. And then it's got the word, the words "My Happiness Journal" just written on the front there. And then it's got lots of trims and ribbons, not ribbons, trims and laces and things just tied onto the rings. And then it's got this fabric trim here. I made a few of these some while ago, and they've just been sat in my kind of trim box. And it was just using like offcuts of, trims. I'd seen this, I think it was on Pinterest, I'd seen someone do this, quite a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and it just looked really cool. So that's kind of what's on the edge there, just stitched on the sewing machine and then obviously glued onto the edge of the book. I guess it's kind of similar to what seems to be quite popular now with the snippet rolls, except they appear to be kind of stitched right the way across, where these are just literally trimmed on one edge. But that's what's there. And then we've got a bit of lace trim here, a bit of ribbon and an organza bow. And then the back of the journal here, again, it's just got the book paper and then various elements layered up. It's got some ribbon and things. It's got this metal, like buckly thing on there, and some more ribbon. It's got a bit of zip showing, which had been on the kind of previous page. And then I've just got the word confident put there on that journaling spot. Another journaling spot here, the word observations. And then down here, I've just put "Be successful on your journey," which actually I've just noticed that I've put "Be successful on your journey." So wow, it really is your journey, isn't it? I don't know why I've got that twice. It was obviously an error that I hadn't noticed until just now. So anyway, that's there, and a hot air balloon. And then going inside this book, on the inside of the front cover, it's just got, as I say, book page here, and then various elements all layered up, and lots of words and things. I'm not going to read all of the words out of the in the journal, because I obviously have stuck quite a lot of words onto the pages. So I'll just read one or two. So here I've just got the sentiment "Live in the here and now." That's just there inside that frame. And then here, just a quote from a book: "Don't let other people's actions govern yours." And then down here, "Live with a greater awareness." So, that's kind of those. And just here, I've got "Do what you love." And then obviously you've got kind of journaling space here. And then you've got lots of butterflies and interesting things. You've got some ribbon trim and a big flower down here. So that's that page. And then on the facing page, I've got an altered paper clip just with the word "Discover" on there, and it's got a bit of lace trim and a butterfly, and that's just holding on a little bit of coffee dyed kind of ledger paper, so more room for kind of journaling. And it's just got a Tim Holtz piece that I've just kind of stapled on with my little mini stapler that Laura gifted me, and I've just distress inked that up, so that's in there. I won't clip it back on, boring everybody. And then here on the facing page, all of the pages, or pretty much I think all of them, are stacked book pages. I've used this method kind of a few times now, and I quite like how it is, because obviously it's a brilliant way of using up books that otherwise, once you kind of got them, the pages would be wasted. And also it makes a nice sturdy base, obviously, for kind of embellishments. So that's how this book is, you know, brought together. So this is stacked pages, and here these are just suggestions for the bullets for the pages. So by all means, obviously, whoever buys this, you don't have to use, you know, these suggestions at all. I've just popped here all the wonderful things I'm grateful for. So, you know, kind of you could list there, you know, your children, or, you know, your health, or, you know, your partner, or, you know, your home, or whatever, really. And then kind of pop them there. Or obviously you could just ignore that completely and just use this for general journaling, or, you know, however you want to do it. And then you've got layered up flowers, butterfly, and then more positive words here. Again, I'm not going to kind of read them all out, but, you know, they're all kind of there. And then a little bit of a zip there, and a flower. I mean, quite kind of full, and got lots of interest going on the pages. And then on the next page, again, just for suggestion, I've just got here words to use more, because I think, you know, I don't know about you, but language is so beautiful, isn't it? But I'm very limited on my scope, and I tend to kind of always use the same words over and over and over again. And actually, you know, just occasionally you kind of, I don't know, either remember a word or hear a word for the first time even, or, you know, kind of read a word or something and think, oh, I love that word. So, you know, and there's some words that are very empowering and very, you know, confidence boosting. So that was just, again, merely a suggestion here, you know, not at all, you know, to be kind of dictated in this journal. Obviously, it would be your journal and you use it kind of, you know, as you wish. They're merely suggestions. And then obviously a bow and that ribbon tab there. And then here on this page, I've just got this bit of ledger paper. And again, all of the things have all been distress inked up. Suggestion here, I've just got books that inspire me. You know, I'm sure that we've all got kind of favourite books and things. So that, you know, you could just kind of pop them on there. And then again, some more kind of motivating words down the bottom. A bit more of that zip and a bit of this kind of faux leather here, some ribbon and things. Just things that I thought toned nicely with the book and looked interesting. And then here on the next page, again, just a suggestion, I've got Dream Day and a bit of kind of ledger paper. And, you know, obviously, you know, could write kind of your dream day and things. I know that sometimes, you know, we ask the kids and we all kind of say, oh, what would your dream day be, you know? My husband's is normally involving eating a lot and not doing really anything much. But, you know, we all kind of say what our ideal day would be. So, you know, that maybe would be a positive thing for you to kind of do. And, you know, if it wasn't outside of the realms of possibility, maybe you could kind of achieve that. Or obviously, alternatively, you could just ignore that completely. And again, just got some, you know, motivating and kind of positive words down here. And some more ribbon trim, another little butterfly. And then here, slightly smaller page. And this one is actually made from packaging. So I have just put some, like, ledger from packaging on as a pocket onto this different packaging, if you see what I mean. And I've made a pocket with that and just popped in a little tag here that just coordinates nicely with the, you know, with the rest of the journal. So that just pops in there. So kind of more room for journaling and, you know, words and things. And then on the reverse of there, I've just left it quite blank and I've popped on a Tim Holtz ticket and again got a bit more of that coffee stained ledger paper just for a bit more kind of journaling space there. And then here I've just got a kind of page made to look like a ticket, again with that gorgeous paper, and I've just done some lines here and they're very scruffy, they're not kind of neat or anything, and they're just kind of on there. They were just kind of dipping a credit card into some ink and kind of popping them on. But, you know, just for kind of interest really, and obviously you could journal over there. And again, more words around and a little twine bow at the top. And then on the back, just a little bit of journaling space here and here, and then a little journaling label up there. And again, just a bow and things and some ribbon trim down there. And then here I've got a bulldog clip just holding on, basically just literally some coffee dyed cardstock shaped, you know, like a ticket. And then here I've just got some copies of some vintage ephemera, which I know that I've mentioned this before recently. I bought some vintage ephemera recently, so these are just some copies of them. So that's that one, and I have kind of lightly tea stained these, but actually I didn't kind of overdo it because the ink from any coloured parts of the copying did start coming through, so they're not overly inked up, if you see what I mean. And then some more vintage ephemera here, and then here as well. So I just thought again that they toned quite nicely with the colours of the journal, and obviously they all gave quite a bit of extra journaling space, and I quite liked the look of them just bulldog clipped onto that page. I'll just put that out of the way and clip them on at the end, or you know, after I finish filming. And then here on this page, just got again more lined kind of ledger sheet pages, and I've just got here things that make me unique. You know, so you can kind of list, you know, things, the really nice positive things that I sometimes think we're, you know, busy in life focusing on negative things. Oh, I wish I was, you know, slimmer. I wish I was kind of sportier, or, you know, could run faster, or, you know, all these different things. And actually kind of sometimes we miss, you know, more positive things about ourselves. And, you know, kind of we all have unique skills or unique things about us that actually, you know, are worth sort of remembering and celebrating, really. So, but again, that's just a suggestion. Could easily kind of, you know, just kind of put some gesso kind of over there and thing, and just, you know, kind of, or paint over it or something, and or just ignore it completely. And then obviously some more nice positive words and things there. Another flower and some more banners and a butterfly here, and a bit more of that kind of zip up there. I haven't really used zips that much before, only once or twice if I ever used them before, but this was quite a neutral coloured zip from an old handbag, this handbag. And I just liked how it looked, because where it's quite neutral, it just toned in really nicely and just added a bit of interest on kind of the edges of the pages. And then obviously here is some more ledger paper, again that's been coffee dyed, that was also clipped on with that bulldog clip, but it was obviously just clipped on the back, so that's why that's kind of hanging loose. So that was clipped on there. And then here I've got another Amelia suggestion, my greatest strengths. So again, kind of a bit like your, you know, unique qualities, you know, your greatest strengths, and kind of, you know, you could list them there. And just got this kind of sentiment: if you want to be happy, be. You know, which is again a nice sentiment. And then lots of other kind of things all around the page, a little flower and more words and things. And then here on this page, I've just got here, if you never try, you'll never know. How true that is, actually. And I'm terrible for kind of not trying things, kind of taught myself out of things, so, you know, I should really try and listen to that myself. And then here, just merely again a suggestion, I've just got here 20 things to start doing. You know, so again, kind of room there to list things or whatever, and more, you know, nice words and things around there. I mean, I think kind of the colours are quite spring-like in this, and quite happy colours generally, and then along with kind of all these positive words and things, it's just quite a nice, you know, uplifting kind of book, I think. Here on this page, I've just got people of greatness. You know, I sometimes think there's kind of inspirational people that you might kind of hear about in the news or read about, or, you know, in a book or something. And sometimes kind of it's worth remembering those people and kind of why you find them inspiring, or, you know, why you think that they were great, because, you know, maybe kind of you would be able, or, you know, maybe, you know, we would be able to kind of live more like that person, or, you know, kind of find that we actually do share some of their qualities or something. So again, that's kind of just a kind of another positive thing. And then here on this page, this one is an envelope. So here I've just got some kind of scrapbooking paper here that it's kind of like graph paper. And it's just got a little journaling spot down there and a bow. So more room there for jotting stuff down. And then here on this side, I have made a little pocket, and then I've got a bit more journaling space here and down here. Again, some more of those Tim Holtz flowers. Little flower here, kind of fabric flower, and a little chipboard tile, and the word journey. And then inside here where I've formed the pocket, I've just popped in a little booklet that I've just created with just some coffee stained papers. And then just some coffee dyed, kind of like this was, I think, an insert in a book. So it's kind of thickish paper. And then I've just got create every day. And I've put this little label kind of on here that you could kind of, you know, put very empowering kind of messages or something. Or, you know, I mean, obviously, again, this journal just really is to use, obviously, how the buyer wishes to use it. You know, but so more journaling space there. And then inside the pocket at the top of the envelope, again, I've just enclosed another one of those vintage, is this an invoice? A credit note, vintage credit note, from that batch of items that I bought the other day. Again, it's just a copy, so that I just thought kind of matched quite nicely with the journal. I'm not going to fiddle around actually, because I said I wasn't. So then here on this page, I've got here, again, just a suggestion, brain dump and important ideas. Because again, sometimes I think we kind of think, oh, you know, I'm going to try this, and, you know, or, I mean, sometimes it comes to me if I'm on holiday or something, you know, when I'm kind of away from work and, you know, busy kind of life, kind of inspiration comes, and then by the time I get home I think, oh god, what was it I thought I was going to try, and I actually can't remember. So I mean, this, you know, would be quite ideal for taking away on a holiday or something, because actually and again, I've forgotten to bring my tape measure, but I will put the measurements below. It's not too chunky, this book, and it's not got too many bits hanging out, so it actually is pretty good for chucking into a bag. You know, it kind of folds flattish, or, you know, same size anyway throughout. It's not too bulbous, so, you know, kind of that's quite nice. And then I just put a little bit more of the coffee dyed paper just on here that just kind of you could fold back just for a little bit more writing space. And then here we're on the last page. I've just got here my goals, and then obviously you've got quite a lot of ledger paper here, and again some more positive affirmations and words. Don't be so hard on yourself, just written there. And another butterfly and lots of ribbon and bows and things like that. And then here there's a little kind of, you know, teeny page that here I've just got a little kind of tag thing that just says feel good memories. You could obviously journal on there. And then paper clipped on with just this paper clip is just, and this is just made from a section of an, I was going to say an envelope, but actually no, it's actually from a paper bag. I've just made a little kind of like floating pocket. So on here I've just layered up some stamped images and a journaling spot and some more of those Tim Holtz flowers. So you could journal obviously on the back, you could journal kind of here on the front, and obviously you could move this around in your book and put it wherever you like. And then inside there I've just got literally some coffee dyed papers that just flip up like that, just for a bit more journaling space there. So that just goes in like that. I'm not going to paper clip it back on now. So I'll clip that on after I finish the video. And then over the other side of that, I've just got here, if you find yourself in the wrong story, then write a new one. I can't remember now who that quote was by, but absolutely love that quote, because actually, you know, again, never too late, you know, kind of if things aren't really quite, you know, going as you expect or as you hoped or as you like, you know, you can always change things, I guess. And so I just find that quite inspirational. But again, that's just my opinion, and if you didn't like it, you could just paint over those, stick stickers over it, you know. It's just, you know, this is just a kind of idea, you know, this book. And obviously, you know, the beauty of these kinds of books, you can just kind of adapt them. If you don't like something, just paint it out or stick something over it. You know, there's no rules. It's just here to kind of get started, I guess. And then here on the inside of the back cover, here I've just got 20 things that motivate me. And then here's some kind of ledger paper to write a list. And I've got a key here and more happy kind of words and motivating words here. Another banner and some flowers, butterfly, another flower here, and another little tab. And that's that zip that you could obviously see here on the inside of the back cover, the outside of the back cover. So that's the journal. I mean, I think it's, you know, quite super cute, really. And, you know, I mean, I've called it my happiness journal. I've put those kind of suggestions for bullet points and things. They are just suggestions. And obviously, it really could just be used, you know, however the owner wanted. It could be just used as a regular junk journal, you know, whatever, really. It was just kind of something fun to try, and I had done one once before and kind of really liked it, so I just thought I'd kind of do another one, really. So I hope you liked it, and yeah, give us a thumbs up if you did, and thanks ever so much everyone for your support and your, you know, amazing comments. I just feel literally so humbled when I read what lovely things people write, and yeah, just really means a lot to me. So thank you so much, everybody. So yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.